We're going to break away for some commercial messages, but before we do, Matthew, what did you think about his testimony regarding the house itself, all the items that were there, the television, stereo, the sport cars, the water with the bridge outside the house and all? Where do you think they were going with that?
Again, the words he's saying and what the attorney's trying to get at, I think, is that here's this rich guy meets a young, poor guy from the ghetto, and he's slowly planting the seeds of this eventual trap he's going to lay for a guy who eventually wants to have sex with. But again, it's how he's saying it. I was as disinterested as the defendant, I think. I found it hard to be sympathetic, and I found it hard to he just seems disinterested in his own defense. And maybe it's the staccato questioning, and maybe he should be giving more of a narrative. But I think if it was done right and you had the right defendant and he was saying how impressed he was and he'd never seen a house like this, and the guy just kept showing him things and the antique lamp and let him go for a ride in the car, then you could see where maybe the EED might come in later.
Now you keep saying that now, that the extreme emotional disturbance here would work at that point if you're seeing the seduction. Is that what you're saying that?
Well, EED again, extreme emotional disturbance, goes to a loss of control. If both players, the victim and the defendant, are inclined to that kind of encounter, one is a cruiser, one is a cruisee, then the extreme emotional disturbance isn't going to make sense, for the simple reason that why would this guy flip out if someone made advances to him, if that's what he did for a living? So if you paint him out as a sexually heterosexual, someone who never had cruised or been a cruisee, and if you explain how he got into that hotel room innocently and then was shocked beyond belief that this guy is coming on to him and just flipped out and stared him, you're coming a little closer to the statutory definition of extreme emotional disturbance.
Well, we're hearing more about that, I'm sure, throughout the morning.
But you still have a way to go.
All right. Well, we do have a way to go. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Mr. Childs has just gotten up to the point of perhaps getting ready to go into the motel. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.